And suddenly the house is on fire. And suddenly, the house is on fire. The house is on fire. And suddenly, the house is on fire. 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 And suddenly, the house is on fire. And suddenly, the house is on fire. The house is on fire. And suddenly, the house is on fire. The house is on fire. The house is on fire. The house is on fire.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. I haven't went live. I haven't went live in about a month, so I didn't realize that it had been that long because I had been really super busy. Sorry, I'm adding some more stuff in here. Monetizing my live. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us tonight. One second. Hey, Susie Jacobson, thanks for coming in. Sorry, guys, there's some things I forgot to do before my live, so now I'm doing it. I have 4 people. Where are you at? You're listening, but are you, I call it actively watching. Are you actively watching? I don't see you in here. Hold on one second. Oh, I'm so glad you have your pants on. That's so great. Here is my link. Copy. There we go. Sorry. Here's my link if anybody wants to come up and hang out. Wickedshire Project. Really good to see you in here. And voila. There I am. So thank you guys for coming in. I know there's only 3 people in the house. I didn't advertise for this live or anything like that or tell anybody I was going live, really. So thank you for coming in. Hold on. I'll let a few people know. And there's that. There's that. Okay, cool. Just let a few people know what was going on. Hello, y'all. Good to see you. Not a whole lot going on here. I've been really busy. My son has had so many school project things going on. It's been crazy. So This week I've had a couple of things going on, and then next week I have a holiday program, and it's just been kind of crazy around here. So good to see you in here. And I have 6 people watching. Where's my commenters? Lordy. Let's see. So hi. So we know is yeah, say hi so we know who is here, but I don't think they will. I don't think so. So okay, so many of y'all know I've been doing a side project with Grow Big TV. If you aren't, yeah, he had so much fun today. Really, he did. We made gingerbread houses at school. It was so much fun and so much candy. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yo, what's up, Lemon Black Diamond? Thank you for coming in. Okay, so hey Diggs. I have the link up there, so if y'all want to come in, you can come or come up, you can. So I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. So I've been doing a side project with Grow Big TV and doing that. So a lot of my time and dedication has gone to that. I do want to let people know that I haven't forgot about this channel, that I'm still doing this channel, and hopefully you all can continue to be members of my channel. I'm sure in January I will be doing a lot more gardening things and getting that taken care of as well. It's just right now it's like super cold and I don't really want to go outside. It did snow and ice for the first time in a long time since like October here. The weather has been really, really weird. So there's a couple things I didn't even get planted. Like I didn't get my garlic planted and stuff like that. And actually, it hasn't been so cold. I thought really about planting lettuce because I know it would survive. So I thought about doing that. I've been really like craving salads. So, and I don't buy any of that from the store. So, yes, I was actually just talking about that. So, I do plan on utilizing this channel still. I've just been really busy with my son in school. And my husband got a new position at his job. And so our schedule has been thrown off a little bit. So there's just been a couple of things going on that is beyond my control. And when we do have family time or time here, I don't want to spend it sitting on the internet. So, yeah. Yeah, lettuce and yeah, lettuce. You like Swiss chard over lettuce? Hail to the no. Did Dustin get? Yeah, he got a better position. He got a daytime job, so our schedule. Oh yeah, it's way better. Like it pays 10 times more, and it's great. Um, so it's just been a little crazy, and it's kind of weird because I went and got that little side job, and I don't really need to. So it's just been kind of crazy. But anyway, so that's what's just kind of going on in my life. And like I haven't even been on Gil's channel. Like I've been like I was on Monday, and that was like the first time in weeks. He's asked me to come on Mondays because he's doing a new canning thing, and I just haven't been able to come on because I'm exhausted. Monday, like so it's just been crazy. So thank you for coming in and hanging out and leaving comments. I do put out shorts because those are like really super easy. So I've been doing that. But yeah, so my gardening stuff really won't come out till next month. I am releasing, and this kind of irritated me with YouTube because I am re-releasing my members only, and I probably should get to that. It's December, so I should probably do that. But I'm reintroducing my members only videos, and they will say that in the subject line of my video. They're like, some of them are really short, some of them are not, and they actually have like a lot of information in them. So if you are interested, look for those, because for some reason or another, YouTube is not putting them out there. They don't even put them in the line of new releases. So they're hard to find, which kind of irritated the hell out of me. You're still going to give me shit, huh? Yeah. So yeah. Wickasha. But yeah, so sorry, y'all. This chair is so uncomfortable. Every chair I sit in, because I'm only 5 foot tall, so every freaking chair I sit in, my legs dangle, and then my legs dangle, my freaking legs go numb. So it's like horribly uncomfortable. And then I end up sitting like this so I can see everything, because if I sat back in that, it'd be ridiculous. So, yes. Like I said, I've been really busy with the Grow Big TV thing. And we just did an interview with a Guinness Book World Record guy. And that was actually really cool. It was a really cool interview, and the guy was super down to earth, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm meeting a lot of new different people on that channel as well, people that I have never seen before. If you know what's going on in my personal life, because I've told you, and I don't typically broadcast it, I have kind of slowed down on this channel over the past 9 months. So I'm going to try, I kind of got a new oomph, I guess you would say, pizzazz. So hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more of me and a little more dedication. Yeah. Gust of wind. That's what I'm thinking about. Courtney, how did the biggest carrot do? Anything? Yeah. We have one of the biggest carrots in our videos or something like that out there. Our carrot did really good. I was really, really surprised. It was like super huge. I cannot remember the inches. Damn it. I thought my desk is a mess, man. That's another thing that's going to happen. All this shit's going to be thrown out, and I just got too much shit. But anyway, yeah, it was really long. Hopefully you can see that video. All you have to do is look it up, Wide Family Farm, Giant Veg. It's under that hashtags. But yeah, it was freaking huge, and I was laughing at it because my husband had to dig it out, literally, and he was like all the way to the bottom of the bed, and that bed was a double bed. We stacked 2 beds on top of each other to act for these actual carrots. So it was kind of funny, and the video just shows him digging and digging and digging this carrot out, which is freaking hilarious. And we finally got it, and we were really, really, I couldn't believe it. Damn it. I'm trying to think here if I have a picture. Of course I have a picture. Well, I did. Oh yeah. My Hubbard squash. Why do I have Hubbard squash stuck in my head? Hello, Myra. Thanks for coming in. It's not a Hubbard squash. It is, hold on, I'm going to share. I haven't shared on Melon in a long time. Let me see if I still remember how to do it. Screen? No, I have to open this first. This was my Boston Marrow. Damn, why do I have my carrot on this computer? That was like impressive. I don't know. Yeah, the Hubbard squash is actually from Bella Hubbard. He created the Hubbard squash, and he brought the seeds to Randolph, to Ohio. And then he also discovered another town in Florida. So there's like little towns all over the place that he has discovered. Share. Boom. There. Can you see that? No, you can't, because I didn't share it right. Got to be smarter than the computer. Screen. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Cool. That is my Boston Marrow, and we actually just sliced it up yesterday. That was, I think, 35 pounds. It's not that paper, it's this one. I'm seeing if I could find it. The exact weight. It was 35, I believe. Yeah. So 35 pounds for this Boston Marrow. And oh, have a good night, Gunslinger. So yeah, we worked really hard at that, and I can't believe I had 2 of them that were that big. So I did pull in a lot of weight. And that's pretty awesome. Why am I so freaking small? I hate that. No, I don't like that either. Ooh, hello. That's cheesy as hell right there. There we go. Ah, there we go. I still don't like it, but whatever. So I was pretty excited about that. So pretty neat. I never grown anything that big. We saved all the seeds from them, so we have a lot of cool things coming up with this squash. I'm excited about that. Yep, we saved the seeds. Yeah. And I had several of them, so my husband saved seeds from both of them. I'm going to stop sharing now. Yeah. Okay. Let me get rid of this picture. But yeah, so I just want to let you all know that I'm still interested in sharing my channel with you guys and still interested in that. I just had a lot of unfortunate drama headed my way, and I was just not prepared to move forward at that time. I absolutely hate drama. And so I can't really go into detail, and I'm not going to, but just know that I am still here. I'm not going anywhere. I just needed a break. Yes, that is true. And yeah, so that's another reason why I'm saving the seeds. It's pretty exciting. So next year, we're going to do a test to just make sure the seeds are viable. And chit them and see like if they actually grow. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. That's pretty much it. We did a total, I want to say we did more than that. What year was this? I don't think this is right. I may be looking at the wrong paper. I don't know. But whoever won the carrot challenge, which gear? It was gear. Gear won. There's a couple people. They didn't win it per se, but they just participated. And since they did that, I sent them those long carrot seeds. So they got those seeds in the mail. Yeah, I suck at peppers. Every year, I don't even grow the bells. My husband loves the super hots, and he grows those, and they do wonderful. The smaller peppers do great. But it's the bigger peppers that I really, and those are the ones I love the most. I do, however, have a ton of lunchbox peppers, and I did get a few of those, but we didn't plant that many. So I maybe had a total of 5 or 6 of them. You know what I mean? There wasn't that many. But I do love those lunchbox peppers, and they're like candy. I love eating those. It makes me want vegetables really bad right now. But yeah, those are really, really, really good. And so we grow those every year. Hey. Yeah, yeah. I hope you do. I don't know what happened. It makes my neck look like there's something. I think it's the pink. Yeah, it's reflecting off my neck probably. But anyway, yeah. So okay, this is another thing. Grow Big TV is kind of taking up my time as well. But I also had taken a break. Oh my God! Look who it is. It's the Marshmallow Man. Oh no! I can't see you, Lois, but I can hear you. Oh, maybe. There he is. There he is. Oh, look, everybody. It's the Marshmallow Man. Thanks for coming up. But yeah, so I've just been super busy. So Wednesday nights, I still plan on going live. It all depends on when I can get my son to bed. If I can do Sunday nights, I will try. My husband is home now on Sunday nights, so I may move it to Saturday nights. And you may see me on Saturday nights when my husband is not home, because when he's home, I want to spend the time with him. So there may be some big changes coming up. And I was just waiting to do them. If anybody else wants to come up, they can. I would love to hear from you. It's been a while since I've been live. We just have so many plans for Grow Big TV, and radio was one of them. So I'm really hoping, and we really actually need to get on that and start saving our interviews on a file. This is Melon. It's actually not even Melon anymore. It's Streamlab. So just an FYI. Melon sold their product to Streamlab. Which, by the way, I never thought in a million years I would ever say this, but Streamlabs is way better than StreamYard. I've been messing around on StreamYard with Joe's StreamYard and stuff, and it gives me zero capabilities of being able to save any videos to it. And I'm like, I don't understand this. I don't know if maybe he's not paying for the top StreamYard and that's why, or what. But I see that Gil saves his videos and does his videos. So I'm really confused because Melon saves all my videos in Melon. So when I go live, all I have to do is hit that button and bam. I have my video on there. So I don't understand why StreamYard is so difficult. Yeah. This isn't though. This isn't like we're talking and saved the video. This is actually my intros. I have no way of saving those on his StreamYard. It's really weird. And I know Melon, there's a specific spot. It'll just say video. And I click on it and I press play and my video shows. And whereas StreamYard, it's not like that. It's actually really difficult. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe StreamYard saves your recordings permanently. You can store up to 50 hours. But see, I don't know. That's the thing though, is like, I don't want it to save what I'm doing like alive. I want it to save a video. And it's not doing that. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure everything out. But this last interview, what we really need to start doing is we need to start saving our voice, like our voice, the voice part of our videos and lives, because we can change that and upload it into a radio platform and then push that onto a podcast. Oh, okay. So maybe I need to do that. I don't know. I'll figure it out and then see if it works.
Yeah, you and Joe are doing really good with that Grow Big TV.
Yeah, we're doing exceptionally well. Like, I literally, and we talked about this last night about bragging about how much subs we have, but I'm not really bragging about it. I'm just kind of in shock because we've only been doing it for 3 weeks, and right now we're sitting at 1,300 subscribers. And it's kind of left me in shock. Like, I can't believe that, because I worked my ass off to get 1,000 subscribers and my hours all at the same time. And so it took me a very, very long time to do that. And so I was just surprised that we have gotten so many subscribers all at once. And it's actually really cool.
A big part of it is, I think, a lot of new people have like Shift Kicker, Crazy Irish, Trust in God, Bear Truth. They kind of promote your channel.
Yeah, and it's great because I've always loved them in general. So I'm so grateful that they're promoting Grow Big TV, and they're doing a really, really great job at doing that and spreading the word.
Yeah,
and hello, Skinner. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you for still being a member. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, because I'm on their channel sometimes in the morning.
Mm.
And Joe's in there too, right? On their channel. And that's
Yeah.
another thing, right?
Yeah.
Just visiting these channels, and they start talking, and then sometimes, that's how it gets promoted if people are watching it and they say good things about you guys.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that Joe is everywhere. Okay, the guy is way older than me. I'm not saying how old he is, but I'm impressed with how his work ethic and how, like, he's always online. He works continuously. He works, I don't even know how the man sleeps. He works 24 hours a day. If he isn't at his actual job, he's Ubering. And he Ubers till like 1 or 2 in the morning. He'll come home and then be on the internet and be in these chats and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I can't do all that. Like, if I'm tired, I'm a pain in the ass. So I really have to go to sleep, And so I don't know how
the older
he does
you
it,
get,
but he does it.
The older I found, because I'm a little bit older than you there, Courtney, and I find, and the older that you get, there's an alarm clock in your body, right? So if you're used to getting up at, say, 4 o'clock in the morning and you retire, you're still going to get up at 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh,
if you're used to the certain time being up, a lot. And Joe seems to be I don't want to say hyper, but that's the first word that comes to mind, like lots of energy, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be up for a while, and it's a good thing. He's it's a sign that he can't sit still.
Yeah.
And he's always got to be doing something. And I'm not speaking bad about Joe, right? It's for an older person, even older than myself, right? That's a good thing.
Yeah. And I just don't know how he does it, because I can't do it. So I really admire that. So good for him. But we both work really hard at the channel. I edited that last video, that last live that we did, and I was really nervous about it. And then he's like, oh, that you did a really good job editing that. And I'm like, cool. And like, that's what I went to school for. So, so I was just super excited to be back at my skill a little bit. So probably AI Joe, he's digitally and fully automated. Probably. But yeah, it's just super exciting. And you know, with everything that I had going on, we had planned to do this for quite some time, the Grow Big TV thing. And and then something happened dramatically on YouTube. And then we were like, shit, should we do this? Like, we weren't sure. And then we decided to just go full force and do it, and not have anybody stop us. And so far, it hasn't paid us. We don't get paid to do it, but it's kind of paid off in a sense, because the subscribers and the outpour of people supporting us have really shown through. And then we've had some really great interviews with people I never thought we would have interviews with. So that has helped tremendously. And I was not expecting to have a sponsor like M.I. Gardner either. And that has been amazing. I love M.I. Gardner. I always have. I love getting seeds from him. And to get a sponsor like that is just amazing. And we're working on Pucker Butt because I guess we have to get a contract signed, and they wanted the contract. So we have to get all that figured out. And then we'll have Pucker Butt as well. And by the way, if you guys don't know Pucker Butt, it's the guy who has basically created the Carolina Reaper and Pepper X. That's the guy. And so if we get in line with Pucker Butt, there could be a Pepper X interview in the near future. So I'm really hoping that is the case, because that would be really freaking cool. That guy literally created the hottest pepper in the world twice. So really cool.
I don't know too much about YouTube, but I hear that if you get so many watch hours or so many subscribers, you can get monetized.
Yes.
Whether it takes a month or a year to do it.
Yeah.
But when that happens, and you guys are going pretty good at with 1,300 subscribers, right?
Yep.
You know, you'll be there in no time, and with that amount of subscribers, and what that means your watch time too, right? And you know all this, Courtney, right? You know, you guys will get paid in no time.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we already have the subscribers. We're just waiting on the hours. We have to have 4,000 watch hours. So we're almost there. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, it's a matter of time, right? You know, it's
So I do thank you guys for supporting my channel through all the rigmarole and everything that has happened. And if you don't know what happened, I'm sorry I can't go into public detail about it. But I really appreciate it, because it's kind of been hard on me personally. So I really appreciate it. With that being said, have you guys even thought about what you are going to plant this next year?
not really. It just started snowing about a week ago.
I know, but you know what? It's almost January. Think about it. We are so.
Oh, I've got an idea. I've got seeds still in my box. I just got to get like potato stuff, garlic. Because I'm gonna try to put it in the refrigerator and then put it in the garden in the spring, right?
Yeah.
At about the same time as the potatoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just got to get a few more seeds, and that's about it, right?
That's awesome.
But my garden, still need to. My manure guy was busy because his mother owns a $7 million crane rental place, and he was just busy, and I didn't get my manure before the snow fell, so I might be a little bit behind, a little bit come springtime, just because of the manure, right?
Yeah. Prepper
That's
101, are you really are wearing suspenders for tonight? That's interesting. Why? But yeah, so I have kind of thought about what I'm going to do for next year. Things will be a little bit different. I think a lot of it will rely on me because my husband's hours at work. So you're paying way too much for manure. Who's your manure guy? Well, I don't pay for manure ever.
Neither do I.
No way.
I get it for free. It's just a matter of when he has time to get a trailer and come up here with it, because he's like 10 minutes by car, right? It's just a matter of him being busy, right? And not being busy.
Oh my gosh, yes, he'd be the poop peddler. Should that be a poop troop thing? Like maybe I should add another tier and call my people the poop peddlers. That'd be kind of funny. You're paying too much for your yeah, I don't pay for manure at all. I have chickens and now I have a rabbit. So no manure, I'm not paying for any of that. And I never was before either. So oh wow, look at that. Gear has been a member for 25 months, y'all. 25 months. That's how long I have kept this ship together. 25 months. Oh, Diggs has been a member for 25 months as well. Thank you so much. Seriously, you guys, you have no idea how much that means to me. That I've had people that have stuck around through all the bullshit that has happened with other people throughout the years, not just specific incidences throughout the years, basically. So I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you for sticking it out and being great members to my channel, because it's you guys that make this happen. I mean, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have any gumption to keep going. So I really appreciate it. 25 months. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know who your true friends are in a situation like this. Everybody that's stuck around, you know who your true friends are.
Right.
Stick around and stuff like that, because that's the biggest thing, right?
Yeah.
Having friends.
Oh, for sure. And I always considered people my friends, but I guess I'm just too open and too honest, and so I really have had a lot of time to think about that, and maybe I just need to be a little more closed off. So I've had a lot of time to think about that as well. You got a friend in me. Cute Toy Story movie. That's funny. But yeah, 25 months.
I would say not being more honest, but more limited into what you let out.
Yeah, that is true as well. So
yeah, I'm like that, because I can't. I on my about page, I tell everybody where I live, right? Not exactly, but you, Courtney, you're the only one that has my address, and I couldn't care less.
And to be quite honest, Lewis, I don't even have it anymore.
Aside from that, you're not having it, I wouldn't care if you still had it. You know, I'd tell you to come.
I'm just letting you know.
Because I trust you, right? You and the Cosmics are about the only two I trust.
Yeah, I understand. Well,
like Gil, maybe, like people that have been on the channel, same channels for about as long as you and Gil's and the Cosmics and that, right?
Yeah.
Very few people I would trust because of just the world today.
So yeah, and I don't really, I don't trust a lot of people anymore. So hello, Tibora. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. So 25 months. Thank you guys. That is seriously a long time to be a member of a channel. And that means that I did something right because I've had my memberships and my monetization for that long. So thank you so much. But yeah, back at what we're going to grow in January. I really don't know all the details of what I'm going to grow yet. I still would like to buy some seeds, and that is in my near future. So hopefully I can get some seeds and we can grow up. We can grow some, wow, I can't talk. Hopefully we can grow some really cool stuff. Okay. So if anybody else wants to come up and just hang out, you can do so. There is no strings attached to coming up and hanging out. Like, I won't ask for blood or your firstborn or anything of the sort. Sarah Boss! I love you, Sarah Boss. Yeah, I'm doing good. By the way, I love you to death. I hope you had a really good Thanksgiving. I'm sorry I didn't text you or anything. Now I feel like an asshole for not texting you. Thank you. Hope you had a good holiday, and I hope you have something planned for Christmas as well. So. The Bluegill Slayer. Oh my God, the Bluegill Slayer. That's it. Oh my God. That girl can fish. Okay, y'all. It was me, Diggs, Tammy, my husband, Becca. Becca fell asleep. But we were all fishing at my uncle's pond. And Sarah, I mean, she caught like, I don't know how many fish. Like 50 fish in a row. She was just, and I was getting kind of pissed because I was kind of fishing in the same area she was, and I wasn't catching the fish. She had the luck of the freaking draw. She was just like, whew. And then I'm like, I'm a girly girl. I don't want to touch the fish. I'm waiting for Diggs, or I'm waiting for my husband to come by to take the fish, like when I did catch a fish, so they could like take it off the hook for me. Sarah's just like taking it off, throwing them back in. God, she's a pioneer. Damn, that girl. Oh, love it. You're so awesome. And yeah, she did so good. And I'm so happy that we met her. She has been a fan on my page, on my business page. That's how and then she followed us here. And she don't have a channel, you guys. She's just a fan, and she loved, and got to meet some really cool YouTubers at our meetup. She got to meet the Rubble. She got to meet Diggs. So, I got my new fishing pole. Sorry, the heart thing really messes this up. I got my new fishing pole, so I got to go try it out at your place house. Okay. You must have been doing text to talk. Okay. Yeah, you can. As soon as it warms up. And by the way, we're going to have to get our fishing license again. So we can go to bigger areas. Walburn has an amazing place. We have a canoe. I'd love to go out canoeing. Something to think about, and maybe over the summer, maybe if we have another meetup this summer, we can do something like that. Like rent canoes and just like go fishing for the day, or bowling or whatever. And we just had such a good time, and you got to meet some really awesome YouTubers, and that right there is the reason that I like to YouTube, because I like to meet people, and I like to make friends and stuff like that, and meet really interesting, cool people. And I have along this way. I have met Blue Farm, Cosmics, Rebel, Diggs, all of you guys have just been absolutely amazing. And I've met some really cool people. So, Sherry from Two Family Homestead, I was so happy that I got to meet her because now she's sick and she doesn't do a lot of traveling. So, I got to meet some really awesome people along the way. So, this has been a really awesome journey. I'm not going anywhere. So, just putting that out there. Just been busy, guys. I've kind of put YouTube on the back burner because I've just been busy and family always comes first. So, and by the way, the other night, oh my God, you guys, my mom is killing me, literally killing me. So she calls me at 10:30 at night. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, she fell. I'm thinking, oh my God, like what happened? Did she catch something on fire? That's what I'm thinking in my head when she calls me at 10:30 at night. So she calls me, I'm laying in bed actually. And she's like, hey, Courtney, she's like, there's something wrong with my dog. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, well, she just can't get comfortable and she doesn't like laying on her belly and she's just can't find a happy medium to sleep. And she's like, I don't want anything happening to her. I want to take her to the vet. And I'm like, I'm thinking, okay. I'm like, emergency vet? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, shit. I'm like, so I Googled some places around here and was emergency vet like 40 minutes from here. Not even 40 minutes here from here, probably 35 minutes from here. And I'm like, okay, I've been to that one before with my other dog. I'm like, we can go there. So I Google it and they're not open 24 hours anymore. They're like only open till 8 p.m. And I'm like, shit. I'm like, where am I going to go? So, go ahead.
I don't know about in the States, but up here, my vet is actually an actual hospital.
Yeah.
And they're not open 24 hours per se. They got a cell phone that, like they got the regular number and then a cell phone for after hours.
Yeah.
And I've had to do that a couple of times with my last dog because he's killed coyotes before and has got marked up and cut up. And they came out to my place and they don't normally do that. It costs a bit extra because I couldn't get a ride with my dog there to vets. So the actual vet came out, checked him out and said, okay, just either bring him in tomorrow or would have brought him in at that same time. But usually it was like, bring him in tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Because it wasn't serious enough to need stitches right away or anything. It was just take a look, get it cleaned up and bandaged if necessary, right?
Yeah. Okay, Diggs. See you later, honey. I'm sorry that you had to leave.
I don't know if there's anything like that in the States, but the hospitals
not really. Like, okay, so what happened was as I called around or I looked online and I looked for a vet that was open 24 hours. So there was one open 24 hours that was further south of me that I didn't feel comfortable going to. And then there was one 45 minutes north of me. So I took her to the one 45 minutes north of me, and it is a veterinarian hospital. It's actually a hospital for animals. So I took her there, and they are open 24 hours. So, by the way, we got there at 11, and I didn't get home till 3 a.m. And it was super expensive. Like, I couldn't believe how much they wanted to charge. I knew really that there was nothing wrong with my mom's dog, but I wanted to give her a peace of mind knowing that her dog was okay. So I'm like, I will take her. I kind of figured there was nothing wrong because my mom, it's a little Havanese for one. It's a little dog. She doesn't go off leash ever. And my mom is really meticulous about their food. So I knew there wasn't really anything wrong with the dog unless it wasn't throwing up or anything. So we take them in and they do blood work and they do all that. But when you go to these 24-hour vet services here, they don't do anything until they give you a quote first. So they whip out the bill of what it would be, and it would came close to $1,200. And I knew that there was nothing wrong with this dog. So my mom's looking at it and it's like, she's like, well, we can just do blood work and this, right? So we just checked off a few things on the list. They did a half-ass thing of ultrasound of her stomach just to see if there was something wrong. And then they did blood work, and then they gave her some sedatives. Oh, and they sent her home with Prilosec, the heartburn medication. So they did all that, and it cost my mom $600 to go to a vet for 24-hour vet to find out there's really nothing wrong with her dog, and that the dog just needed Prilosec, maybe. I mean, even then, they don't really know if the dog needed that. They just gave it to my mom, I think, to appease her.
It's the same thing. I got to spend like $80 or $90 just to walk through the door for my. It doesn't matter if it's shots or coyote fight, got sick, or it doesn't matter what it is. $80-$90 just to walk through the door.
Yeah.
And guaranteed, I'm looking at, depending on what it is, anywhere's up to $500 or more. And $500 is for shots every year.
Well, my mom had
this dog, right?
My mom had this tragic thing happen to one of her dogs on a Christmas Eve, actually. My mom had like a Yorkie that was like maybe the size of the palm of my hand. And that was all the bigger it was going to get. It was a teacup Yorkie. It was super, super small. And that night, this is a horrible story, and I probably won't ever repeat it. So make sure you're listening. That night, I was after I had left. It was after I had left on Christmas Eve. That night, it choked on a little piece of dog food and died. Right, literally after she had gotten it. So because it was so small, it choked on a piece of dog food. That's how small this dog was. So they had to rush it to an emergency vet. And it was just like a really gut-wrenching thing for my mom and stuff like that. So I knew this time, if she had an issue with her dog, I was going to take her no matter what to a 24-hour vet, even if she had to spend a lot of money, because it was her peace of mind knowing that her dog was okay, because she had already been through that once and it was like a tragic circumstance. So I just ended up taking her anyway, and there was nothing wrong with her dog. But my mom's, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sometimes the littlest of things can turn out to be the hugest of things when it comes to dogs.
Yeah. Especially my mom. Yeah. She loves her dogs. She has a Shih Tzu and a Havanese, and she loves them to death. And they are her babies. And, so I just took her. I didn't care. So, by the way, Shawnee Chef, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming in. I hope everything's okay with you. I was praying for you and thinking about you a lot lately. So I hope you are okay and everyone in your family is okay or on the mend.
I remember my last dog. He'd always eat grass. Always.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long it took, but every time he ate grass, within a certain amount of time, he'd puke it back up. One time I had my furnace tank changed, and it was the furnace oil, and some got spilt on the grass, and he ate it. And this happened 2-3 days in a row. And if I hadn't gone to the hospital when I did, he would have died. Because he just wouldn't stop puking, and he wasn't eating, wasn't anything.
Yeah.
and he had ingested some of it, right? Luckily enough, he was a bigger dog and didn't get very much of it into him, but still, it that costed me about $1,000
Oh my God.
easily. Well, yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, $90 just to walk through the door. They pulled tests, they did everything, and all it boiled down to was they smelt his breath. And has he been around any diesel? Because
Oh,
that's what it was. That's what they put into they can either put dyed diesel in there or a particular other grade of furnace oil in there, and it's a diesel type as well too, right?
oh my.
And just a simple of his breath, right? Because that's all was like what he was breathing out, and blood work, this, that, and the other, and basically I learned that Pepto-Bismol helped, and they had to give him he had to stay there for a couple of days, and bone broth just to get him to start eating and liquids into him. So it was just, I thought, for a couple of days he was just eating grass. Never thought anything of it, and it bothered me after a while. Every time he ate grass,
Oh wow.
Yeah, it for a little while it bothered me big time because it was like, oh shit, what did he get into now? But
Yeah, that's
that's
horrible.
what it was.
I can't
Yeah,
even imagine.
and we're talking about 150-pound dog at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Gear. I don't know what's up with this lately, but I really haven't been. I've been kind of blah lately too, Gear. And I don't know if it's the weather changing. I know for me, like, I hate when it gets dark like this. It gets really dark soon. By like 6 o'clock, it's like pitch black outside, and it's kind of depressing, and it kind of changes my personality a little bit. Like, I try to be upbeat, but it's just like, I hate this weather. Makes me want to sleep more. Makes me want to eat more. I hate it. So, I contribute a lot of it to the weather.
Yeah, it's dark about 5 o'clock ish here.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And I'm the same way as you, Courtney. I've been sleeping more. That's why I haven't been putting up very many videos, right?
Yeah.
But it's exactly how I feel. Sleeping. It's just the weather, dark, cold, like hibernating mode.
Yeah. Yep. December and January are rough months for me, but I'm good. Yeah, I understand. And I know Christmas is kind of a rough month for people just in general. So hopefully, January, February will come back around, and you'll start looking up and things will be a little bit better. And hopefully the sun will come out more. It's just been so ridiculous. 3 can be a pick-me-upper court. What? I don't know what that is. Too bad it's not the 80s. Oh, okay. Now I know what that is. Yeah, no, I don't want that kind of picker-upper. But yeah, so it's just been rough, and hopefully everybody gets through this crap. I'm really hoping to have a whole new, really kind of cool community over at Grow Big TV, and really meet a lot more newer people, and just I'm just looking really forward to it. So a lot of new stuff coming.
Some of the people I mentioned earlier, they're some nice people.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
good people. I've been hanging around them for the last 3 or 4 years.
Are you talking about the Cosmics?
No.
Oh.
talking about Shift Kicker.
Oh,
Crazy
okay.
Eye,
Yeah.
them people, right?
Yeah.
I've been hanging around for a while. They were, in fact, Crazy Irish and Bushcraft and Lake Fairy are some of the first channels I was ever hanging around when the pandemic first started, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard from the Cosmics in a while. I thought about just shooting them a text message and be like, "Hey, hope you're okay." I haven't even so much heard a peep from Gina or anybody. So I hope they're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they're okay. It's just, life has been busy too. And I speak to Blue every once in a while on the phone. Life is busy for her too. She just moved to Arizona. So, but yeah, so it's good to have still have friends after all these years. And, yeah, so.
Well, the whole YouTube thing was just a new way to make friends because of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, they moved to Arizona, so Blue did, and her family, for medical reasons for her son. So it has worked out good for them. Yeah, and Cosmics are good people too. I just really miss them. I miss them coming around. I miss them having lives. I miss everything about them, actually. So I'll probably have to give them a call here soon.
Yeah, request a live from them. Tell them that I missed being up on their live too.
Yeah.
Because I haven't.
Have they done any shorts? I haven't seen anything from their channel either. So
I'd have to go and check to see. Because I the YouTube thing, right?
Yeah.
I know when you're on. I don't get notified, but I usually know when you're on. And Grow Big TV's on. I know when most of these people are on just from routine, right?
Yeah.
And but the more I watch you, the more I watch everybody else, the better chance I know of when you guys are going to be on, because the way my cell phone's set up for notifying and everything.
Yeah.
It'll let me know, right? When I go to subscriptions, okay, it'll show up on subscriptions. I don't have to hit the live button to see who's live and when, right?
Yeah.
I was just on another live stream, and I backed it out so I could still hear it, and I hit subscriptions. Oh, Courtney's live. Okay, I'm going over there now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What?
Because
sorry. I do want to mention something. We're having a ugly sweater. What? If I can talk. Holy crap. We're having an ugly sweater competition over at Grow Big TV. We still need to talk about a date that we're going to have this competition so I can advertise for it. I thought it was going to be the 26th, but I think we're going to do it at a different time. And the ugly sweater contest winner will get a Ninja mixer. So if you were interested in joining the competition, you have to make your sweater, and then you have to be willing to come up on panel and show us your sweater. And we are going to have a third judge, who is Joe's friend, Ladybird, and she is going to also help us judge the sweaters. And like I said, the winner is going to get a Ninja mixer. And it has to be completely creative. You have to make the sweater. So you can buy a cheap sweatshirt somewhere at the Goodwill or something and add your own pizzazz to it, however you want to do it. But I think it's going to be freaking hilarious. I even said that they should do some kind of, Karl Langenfeld, maybe a runway walk or something with their sweater on. I just thought that would be freaking hilarious. And then they can win the Ninja Mixer if they get chosen. The awesome thing is you got about 12 more weeks and you can start planting for the spring because this sounds exciting. Yes, actually, every year, this is me. Every year around January, I get so excited and I'm like, when can I start planting? When can I start planting? When can I start planting? And I really, really have to think about it. And honestly, I don't really have to start planting until April. January comes around and I think I'm just so housebound and just so ready to go out there and do something that I am so eager to hurry up and do it that So I try not to plant anything until the last possible second because in the past I have let my plants get leggy and get really long, and sometimes my flowers are already bloomed and stuff like that. And it's not even April yet. And I'm like, and most flowers and stuff around here, I can't plant until like after May 16th. So it's just, I get too excited. Yes, this is a big thing, you guys. Joe has, he's going to have a ugly Christmas sweater with booby tassels. So, yeah. And I thought that maybe some people in the audience should get together and send him a booby prize. I thought that would be hilarious. And so maybe we should get on that. We'll send you a prize for being a judge, and we'll send you a booby prize. That'd be hilarious. Easy double hooped house, greenhouse. Build myself. Most people just cannot conceive the basic structure build. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a hoop house. I don't use it as much as I should because it gets so hot in there. So I really have to watch, and then I have to mess around with fans, but I have a grow station in my basement. Should be beautiful. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I got some of my herbs in my green room.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of herbs, it's 100% legal here now in Ohio. So as soon as that law passes, you might see something else for me. I'm not sure yet.
I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking actually like oregano, rosemary, some basil. That's what I was talking about.
That's funny. I'm not sure yet because I'm not sure of the linguistics of it all, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, find out what you can because I can tell you at least up here in Canada, they're really tight about it. If they say you can grow 3 plants, that's about it, and they mean it because it would be more. It'd be something about dealing and stuff like that, and the charges would be pretty big for that.
Oh yeah.
If you got 3, they might, depending on the cops that come over and stop you and check out your plants or whatever. Just if it were to happen, if you had 4, they might let you go.
Yeah.
But then you get a cop.
It's something I have to like really research and look into because it's brand new. So I'm not sure yet. So
yeah, make sure you got all your information on that because there's still people who deal the stuff out here, and they'll be more inclined. It'd be like bootlegging with alcohol, right? And they'll be tight about it.
Okay, so on Grow Big TV tomorrow, the growing guide is going to be peas, and we will also go over green arrow pea, Kentucky wonder pole bean, D. grandia eggplant, Joe Parker pepper, and Matt wild cherry tomatoes. So that will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check us out on Grow Big TV then. And we have other growing guides out there, garlic and broccoli right now at this moment. Hello, David Gray. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. I mean, it's not a super educational live or anything like that. I'm just shooting the shit with some of my friends, and I haven't been live in a while, so I was just touching base with everybody. So thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it.
I can tell you that when it comes to those particular plants that just became legal where you are, you want to grow them with tomatoes, because whatever tomatoes, like for say they need bone meal and Epsom salts, right, and calcium, those plants will need, they take the same nutrients.
Oh, okay.
as-
That's good to know. Yeah, that's something I don't know yet, but we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, just a little word of advice. There's that companion planting, and what I do is I get the cherry tomatoes planted in and around them, right? And I don't use those things. I let them grow along the ground, and then let them just grow out. And then once the tomatoes start showing up on them, like good size on one of the vine things, I cut it at the major plant there, and you'll get roots along the ground in some spots, right? But I'll
Yeah.
rip up the whole thing and take tomatoes off and just throw that away. You'll lose some tomatoes because some of them, they come in 6 or 8 at one spot, and so like 3 of them might be smaller, not ready for you to pick, but the other ones would be. And so I just try to keep it like, so it's not, so it gets big and goes around like as a cover crop for the ground, almost. The tomato, the cherry tomatoes, right? It all
Yeah.
helps keep the moisture there, and like I said, the roots, right? So you're watering the whole bed too, right? Not
Yeah.
just one spot.
Interesting. I didn't know that. There's just some things I don't
Well,
know.
that's it. You kind of got to guide them along when you can, but that's just my way of growing them.
Yeah. Something to think about. I'm not sure yet. We're still in the new on this, so I was just like kind of happy to see it pass. I am not, just a FYI to people out there, I am not a pot smoker by all means, but I was just happy to see it pass, because there are so many people out there that actually need it and that have cancers and stuff like that. And my dad had cancer, and I wish he would have been able to have it, because I think it would have helped him. So I think it's like really important to have for people that have specific issues that can't be resolved with regular medication, you know? And so I thought it was really important to pass it. So I was really happy to see Ohio move forward there.
If, say, Ohio has, I don't know, 500,000 people in there, right? And say 50,000 people need it for medical reasons, and say another 50,000 people smoke it illegally, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to find that more people, more than that those two numbers, will smoke it when it becomes legal.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like that's what happened up here in Canada. You know, they got dispensaries everywhere. Going to town. Yeah. The nearest town, which is about 20 minutes away from me, and it's got to be a town of a couple thousand people at least. There's two dispensaries in that town. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. See, that's another thing. I'm like, there's a lot of different. See, there's so much about it that I don't even know. Like, there's gummies and stuff like that, and a lot of people say like, oh, you know, it's. I think it's a common misconception when people smoke that they want to eat more. But there's so many different strands of marijuana out there and different types of gummies and all that kind of stuff that they say that once they started smoking, that they actually lost weight because of, whatever. So I don't know. I think that's a kind of a misconception that people get
I
real hungry while smoking.
I think it all depends upon the strains.
Hmm.
Sometimes I do notice if I'm a habitual smoker of the stuff, right? And depending upon the strain, I can go and order 2 medium pizzas and eat both of them
Oh,
if I've smoked the right strain. Normally on the strain I smoke, I'd be able to eat 1 medium pizza.
yeah.
So I think it depends on the strain.
Yeah. So I don't know. Might be something I consider. I'm just kind of happy that Ohio moved forward there because I just think it was awful important to have that as an option for medication for people. So that's how I think
Well,
anyway.
the taxes too for the government, right? It's just one more thing for the government to tax.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on one second.
And Ohio will be happier when it's all legal.
Yep. How many years before Indiana catches up to Ohio and Michigan and Illinois? I don't know, to tell you the truth. I really honestly never thought Ohio would be there at that level. I have no idea. It just depends, I guess, on the people, Some people don't think it's necessary, and you can have your own opinions about whatever. I mean, I don't really care, but like when you have a loved one that had cancer like I did, I just think it's super important to have alternatives out there that can help. And that would definitely be able to help people that have cancers and different elements. And there's different ways. I mean, you don't just smoke it. There's like other ways too. There's gummies. There's all different kinds of things that people can do to help themselves. So I think it's kind of worth it. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully some of the states turn over. Hopefully United States just kind of turns over and makes it legal and just in general, and then fixes a lot of things, because I mean, there's a lot of people that are in jail for stupid piddly, weed charges and stuff like that.
Yeah, when it was illegal up here in Canada, I've been been busted a couple of times, not with a horrendous amount. We're talking like a few grams, and smoking it, of course. And you know how many times the cops had said to me, if you had been smoking it somewhere else, we would have just stopped you and told you to carry on.
Yeah.
Because they're just doing their job, right?
Right.
But it is such a peddly thing, really,
It was cool. Like when we went to go visit the Cosmics, I have never experienced it like just being out in the open like that. So when we went to Massachusetts, it's just like everywhere. Like we went to Salem and walked around and stuff, and there was just like weed everywhere. I was like, oh, this is kind of awkward because in Ohio it's not legal at that time. So I was just like, whoa, it's just everywhere. People are just, having a good old time on the street. So
grocery shopping yesterday, so I got a ride. So I'm waiting 10 minutes for my ride to show up at Walmart, right? And so I roll a joint, smoking it right in front of Walmart, away from the doors, obviously, right? But smoking it right in front of Walmart, like as if it was a cigarette.
Yeah. So I don't know, but whatever works and helps people. I really think that it's a good idea to have that out there to help people. And yeah, like if it works for PTSD and in people that have extreme anxiety, have at it. Hopefully it works for you. Soil mixture includes a blend of compost, peat moss, perlite mixture. Should be light, airy, with enough drainage and nutrients available. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if we will or not here grow it. I don't know, something I really would have to research and think about, but kind of cool. I don't know if it's quite illegal yet. They still have the law has been passed, but we have to wait for it to go through and stuff like that. And I honestly think Governor DeWine wanted to add or subtract some things from it before it gets out there. So I don't know all the ins and outs of it yet, but I know in the next couple weeks it's supposed to be legal here. So with stipulations.
They're just going to work out the ins and the outs of it all. All the government people are happy with it, and because they're like here in Canada, when they were doing that part of it, they wanted to say, okay, if this person's got you're allowed to carry this much out in public, and if it's over, you're considered dealing money. If you got a large amount of cash on you, you're dealing every last little thing, because they want to make sure, okay, is it for personal use or is it for something else? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that's going to work out. I don't think if I did, I don't think I could show videos on YouTube. Honestly, I don't know how that works for YouTube, but I don't know. So if I did, I don't think I would show anybody. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't know if it was to the Cosmics or on YouTube. I think I might have a video or two of it, of just how tall it is, and that. So, and think I might have put one because I grew it with my tomatoes, right? As well too, right? So
yeah,
as long as you're not going, I've seen other people, Green Thumb Prepper, he does a couple of things on pot as well too.
Yeah,
he's up here in Canada as well too, right? But I think if you're doing it as an informative thing for the other people to learn from, like you do your gardening thing, I think you'd be okay.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I just don't want people to think that, I don't know, there's still like a bad stipulation about it. So, or I mean, a connotation about it. So I just, I don't know. We'll see how it works out. And I'm just happy that it passed here in Ohio, because I think people need it. And I think people need it not only for like PTSD, like just people with cancers and stuff, but maybe people that have a little bit of high anxiety, a little bit of mental, need a little mental help, and can't go to a doctor, or, stuff like that. I think that's a really good thing that would be another option for them. So I think it's cool. What's up, CB? What's going on, girlfriend? Oh, dude, I'm so excited. CB has messaged me a couple times. I think that she is going to possibly visit me. We'll see. There's a couple, hitches in her get along. Yeah. But anyway, she might come up here, and I'll be really excited to meet CB. That'd be really cool. Oh, I didn't know it helped with seizures too. That's kind of cool. See, there's just so many things that it helps with. I just think it's a really good idea to legalize it just in general. That's so cool. Like, if it can help you, go ahead and do it. And as long as it's not causing any harm to anybody. Oh, and autoimmune diseases? Cool. Like, I know CBD and stuff. I know that can really help with like some not cancers, diabetes and stuff like that. So, it might be good for that as well. There's just so much out there that we just don't know. And so that definitely should be an option. So, but yeah, it's good to see you. Thank you, CB, for coming in. I really appreciate it. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. When in doubt, trust your own leaf mold compost. Yeah, for real. Only trust your own kind of compost. That's how I see it. I mean, unless you really, really know somebody down the street and you know how they garden, I just don't really trust anybody else's compost because of herbicides. So I have my own anyway. I don't need anybody else's compost. And it took me a long time to develop my raised beds and to get the actual good soil in there. Because when I first got the soil, it wasn't great. We had to literally, over the past 3 years, have had to make it what it is out there. So, yeah, I don't really trust anybody else. Put my own chicken manure in there and rabbit poop and call it a day. But if you don't have a choice, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that don't have a choice and they live in the city or they only have, grow bags or something like that. And they only have that kind of choice. But it's really, if you can, and you have like, even if you have your own little compost bin, like those roller ones, I have one outside of my porch, but I rarely ever use it. If you have one of those roller ones, and you can still create your own compost. So it's best to create your own if you can. Yeah. I just love talking about compost. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. We were doing that interview with Kevin last week or whatever, but it just came out Tuesday. And he was talking about how compost is a posh word. And I was like, huh? Because we say compost all the time. But he was like, that's a posh word. And I'm like, oh, okay. It made me laugh a little bit. But yeah, we looked under our leaf mold bed, 4 feet of leaves pressed down in 2 feet and 3x6 area in 8 months equals 2 inches of mold compost full of minerals, organic water, holding material. Yeah, leaves are really great for compost. Yeah, cool. I have a lot of sand in my compost, which is really good for my carrots, actually, because my chicken coop has sand in the bottom. I don't use wood chips. I will use the wood chips in the nesting boxes, but I have several chicken coops. Okay, guys, when you have 50 chickens, you just kind of have to have several chicken coops wherever you can put them. So I have 2. I have one in the inside of my barn, which the chickens get pissed off sometimes and don't go in there. So then I have my second chicken coop where they all try to fit in. I have 50 birds now. I have my ducks that try to go in there. I have my chickens that try to go in there. And all of them are in there. They're all squeezed together and they insist on being in there together. Even the roosters. I don't know why. They refuse, like sometimes, like they refuse to go in that other coop. It's such a pain in the ass. But some of them go in there, I'll close it up and lock it up and whatnot. But yeah. And then my turkeys are never in a coop, ever. They perch up high at night, and that is their natural defense because I have a heritage breed, and they are probably about as close as it can get to a wild turkey. And so their natural instinct is to perch up high, and they perch up high every night, and that's where they sleep. And I have a I don't know if you guys saw it, but Olafus a while back gave me a bunch of material to review on my channel. And one of them was a sensory light, motion sensor light or whatever. So I have one of those outside the barn, and that thing is freaking bright as hell. Well, my turkeys move in the middle of the night, and that light constantly goes off. So it's like you see these turkey shadows in the middle of the night. Oh,
believe it or not,
bunch of goofballs. Go ahead.
believe it or not, Courtney, Triple Mix has sand in it. When you buy Triple Mix from the store, like I bought it a few times in bulk, a part of it's sand.
Yeah. Sand is really, I mean, it's really good to grow with, and it's really good to grow like with root vegetables, which reminds me that, okay, the past few times, I haven't grown really good radishes. They haven't got big enough or something. And I wondered why. And I'm really thinking it's because I don't have a lot of sand in my soil. Like I don't have the fluffiness that I want. And I think I need to add some more fluff to my beds. We'll see. I don't know. But they're just not, I don't know. They're cracking and everything else. So we'll see.
Sounds like some manure or peat moss or both at the same time.
Yeah, something like that. Compact soil equals angry root veggies. Yeah, for reals. Oh, dude, I get so excited about this. I still got carrots out there, y'all. Still got carrots out there. I can't wait to go out there and pick them. My one bed is just loaded with them. Every time I look out there, you can just see the green tops. And I'm like, boom, got me some carrots for April when I go out there and pull them. I can't wait. It's awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but I love my root vegetables, particularly carrots. Carrots are my favorite. I just like to eat them raw. I think most of my vegetables don't make it to being cooked because I like to eat them raw, including peas. Peas are amazing raw. Yeah, peas, carrots, I like them all raw.
Sitting here thinking about it, the best year I had was still in Shed Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did in the fall was I took my spade shovel and dug as far as I could, like as far as the show I could get it into the ground, just like one scoop, but did it all over my garden beds. And then I added ashes, leaves, horse manure, my compost stuff, and let it sit like that for the winter. And then I rotor tilled it in the summer so I could get a deeper dig with the rotor tiller and mix more up deeper. Because I planted my carrots so close together, they were only finger size.
Yeah.
But my beets and any other potatoes came out really well. Like, I mean, really big, right? Because I guess the soil was good, but still, even at that, it wasn't as compacted.
Yeah. Wickedshire said, winter carrots are all snuggy outdoors. Court, now they are super sweet too. Yeah, I picked a couple of them. What did I do? What did I make? I think I made hamburger gravy. And what I did is I cleaned them up and I chopped them up and I threw them in there. I don't know why, but I like peas and carrots in my hamburger gravy. I do. So anyway, I chopped them up and I put them in there, and it's freaking delicious, man. Just, I need to make a roast. That's what I need to do. I need to pick all those suckers, make a roast, throw them in there. I love carrots in a roast with salt and pepper on them. Boom. Delicioso. And, my mom, it's so funny. My mom every once in a while gets a craving for a roast. I don't really make them very often. My mom, she's just old school like that. She'll make a roast with potatoes and carrots and whatever. So one night she asked me, she's like, Courtney, do you want mashed potatoes or do you want the potatoes in with the roast? And I don't really like, if I'm going to eat a roast, I want like everything in with the roast. I don't want mashed potatoes. F that, So I said, no, Mom. I said, I like the potatoes in with the roast. So it's like everything in with the roast, the carrots and the potatoes, and you better fill that sucker up because I like to eat a lot of the potatoes. So she's like, damn it. She's like, I really wanted mashed potatoes. I was like, sorry, I really like the potatoes with the roast. So she made the potatoes in with the roast. And it's really good. It sucks up all the juice from the roast and whatever. So I honestly think those are the best types of potatoes. So what? Okay,
Making mashed potatoes after you cook the potatoes with the roast.
Yeah, you could do that as well. And honestly, I usually just plop them in my plate and I mash them up and throw some butter on them anyway. So it's like they're kind of mashed, but not really. I think most of the fruits and veggies that can tolerate cooler temps before harvest will always have a higher sugar brick count. Grapes are super good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Grapes, particularly. That's why I talk about this quite often. If you guys live in an area that lives next to the ocean, where it gets colder, or live in around the Great Lakes where it gets cooler, ice wine is really, really popular in those areas. And if you have never had ice wine, I highly suggest drinking it. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. And I highly suggest drinking it. It's wonderful. It's usually a little thicker, and it comes in a smaller bottle. You're going to pay more for it, probably $15 to $20 for a bottle that's, yay big. And it's a dessert wine, but it is absolutely delicious. It's probably one of the sweetest wines you will ever have. And if you ever get a chance, get some ice wine. They harvest the grape when it after the frost or during a frost. And if you know anything about that, particularly especially with carrots and root vegetables and stuff like that, then you will know that all the sugars stay in that. So all of the great, all the goodness sticks in there. And it's probably some of the best sweet wine that you will ever drink. And it's typically something that you would see in Norway and Finland and stuff like that, where it gets a little colder. They usually don't have that in state or countries that get really hot or states that get really hot. It has to be around. There's only specific regions where it can grow. So yeah. Ice wine, if you get a chance, definitely go out and get you a bottle. Any local place would have it for you. If you live in an area that's colder, any local place. I think all sweet potatoes need a long rest. Unwashed on newspaper, cool, dark area to convert starches. I think this is normal to do after a harvest. Yes, and actually, Wickshire, I think they suggest that with regular potatoes too. You have to harden them off. And there's actually a lot of fruits and vegetables you have to do that with. Pears, I think, are another one. And then hardy kiwi, I think, is another one as well. You have to let them rest for a certain period of time before you eat them. And I don't really know all the linguistics or whatever about that. However, that would be probably a good subject for Grow Big TV. So maybe something that we need to talk about over there. Because there are some vegetables and stuff like that people don't know about that. And you have to give them a hardened off time period.
That's when you let them.
Oh, go ahead.
That's when you let them sit for a while?
Yeah. Potatoes typically, and I think garlic's like that too. You just have to let it sit for a while. Kiwi is nasty. Stay hard forever if fresh picked. Oh, you mean the hardy kiwi? Those little ones? There's a kiwi, which I can't grow here. And then there's a hardy kiwi. And I have several of them, and I have yet to get any fruit from it. But they grow a little teeny, almost like a berry. And they look like little miniature kiwis, and they're about this big. And I would love to get some, so maybe I can make wine or something, hardy kiwi wine. I would love to try that. But so far, it's proven to me that they're kind of difficult to grow because I have several bushes of them out there, and they're on a trellis, and they have yet to produce any fruit for me. But somebody says you need to have a male and a female. So I think our issue is we don't have the combo. So and they haven't, I mean, I don't even have any flowers on them when spring comes. So I need to figure that out and maybe throw in a male, or maybe I have all males. I'm not sure what I have now. I can't remember. I planted them when I first moved here 6 years ago, and I have yet to see any fruit. We got fresh shipped kiwis from Walmart. We had to keep them over 1 month until the sort of softened. Just awful experience. Okay, well, these are different. These are not, they call them a hardy kiwi, but I don't think they are. They don't taste like, I don't think, like a kiwi. I don't know. I've never tasted one. So eventually when mine start to do something, I will let y'all know. So, because I have no idea.
You know who to talk to about kiwis in colder weather?
Who?
Howie. He's got kiwi plants.
Oh, does he have them? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he probably has everything. I probably have to like text him a picture of what they look like, because he probably needs to know like the leaf, because he can probably tell the difference between a male and a female just by looking. So
Wouldn't know what he knows, but I know I've seen on one of his videos him picking kiwis at his place.
oh, nice. I've always wanted to try them. I just haven't got there yet. Once avocado skins start to blacken in the fridge, I think they're good to use. Can you leave an avocado at room temperature to cure? Honestly, I'm not sure, since I would think that it's a tropical fruit, so probably not. Are you allergic to all kiwi? I wonder if you're allergic to hardy kiwi. Hardy kiwi is like, it's like a little berry. I don't know what it's not really a kiwi. And so you're probably not allergic to that. I do like kiwi, and there's several different types. My husband, I didn't get a chance to eat it, but he bought this white kiwi I had never seen before. It was a different variant of regular kiwi, and he said it was super sweet, super good. So, okay, sorry, I was just catching up. Oh, Joe just sent me the grow guides for tomorrow. Cool. Thank you, Joe. Okay, so I covered hardy kiwis and all of that. So that's something we'll have to talk about in the future. I'm sorry that this year, due to different circumstances, I didn't do a poop and wean this year. And what else didn't I do? I didn't do my annual seed swap. But you know what? I might do my annual seed swap in April or sometime around there. So look for that. And I'm sorry I didn't do them this fall. I was planning, usually it's an annual thing and I do it in the fall, but I had a lot going on, and I just didn't feel comfortable doing it. So maybe I'll do it in April and get that underway. Don't forget, we are doing the ugly Christmas sweater competition. You know you want to join. You do have to register so we know how many people are gonna do this, and then they can come up. We'll give them the StreamYard link. You have to give us your email, and then we will send you the StreamYard link, and then you can come up, and then we will judge you, and then we'll probably give the audience a chance to judge your sweater as well. And it can be silly. It can be fun. It does have to be family friendly or family oriented. It can't be something ridiculous. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun over there. So I can't wait.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, I love the ugly Christmas sweater thing. It's freaking hilarious. Cracks me up. Yeah. Huge secret here at the Shire. we're being offered a place on a huge acre of property in the future. I might rent this place out if the deal happens. Give us room to really shine on that flat, growable land. Dude, I'm so excited for you, Wickershire. You guys deserve it, and that would be awesome for you. So I really hope it happens for you. Yeah, fingers crossed for real. It's so good seeing you in my chats for real because I've missed you. And I know you don't always have internet, but like, oh God, they're like, where's Billy at? The Wickershire. But yeah, so cool. Hopefully that goes through for you and all is well. So. A video will be out by the weekend about the contest. Okay. Oh, let me know if you want me in on that because I would love to make a commercial. You know. So let me know, Joe. Okay, y'all. I've been on for 1 minute and 46 seconds. No, an hour and 46 minutes. I'm so glad I did this and talked a little bit. I was worried. I've been kind of worried about my channel because I haven't been doing lives and I don't want to lose my hours because I worked my ass off to get them. So you might see me go live more often here and there, but I'm still keeping my Wednesday time. And I may go live on Sunday, depending if my husband lets me. If that isn't the case, if that's the case, and he is like, no, it's family time, whatever, then I'll just do it on Saturday nights because I'm not doing anything Saturday nights now that my husband is working. So I might just go live on Saturday nights and have a good time then, and that'll work out. Yeah, it is early yet, but I have to wake up early because I'm taking my son to school. I did it again today. Well, that's a long story as to why my son's in school for 4 days a week. So he's in 2 different classes. And since he's in 2 different classes, they celebrate the same things. That it's like duplicates. So I get to go again tomorrow and help him make another gingerbread house. So I'm kind of excited about that. And today he had so much fun. He was like eating the candy and trying to eat his gingerbread house. It was so funny. And he was like dancing. They had music playing, like Christmas music playing while we were putting it all together. And he was like swaying back and forth, like having a good time. And I was like, this is so awesome. So yeah. Hey, Ginger. It's the Ginger. What's up, girl? Thanks for coming in. I'm sorry, but I'm ending it. I feel horrible. I'm sorry. I love you though. But yeah, I had fun doing the gingerbread house thing. It was really, really, really stinking cute. And some of the ginger, I was laughing because I couldn't find gingerbread men anywhere. So I had to buy them off of Amazon. So I bought them off of Amazon, but today when they put them out, like some of them were crushed. Like they didn't have arms and legs and stuff. So I was laughing so hard when we were putting it on the houses because they didn't have legs and they didn't have arms. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, who touched this gingerbread man? Why is he missing arms? I was like, it was funny. I was laughing. It's okay. You're not always missing. I just haven't been on as much. So, but don't worry. Things will pick up and things will pick up for my channel. I've been gaining a ton of subscribers, even though I haven't been live. So I'm pretty happy. I'm 90 away, I think, from 1,800 subscribers right now, which is awesome for me. And, so I was hoping to be at 2,000 by the end of the year, but since I haven't been going live and stuff like that, I'm not going to make it, but we'll see. But anyway, I hope you all have a pleasant evening. And I'll probably talk to y'all soon. I will keep you posted in my community tab if I do go live or if I plan to go live. And just keep your heads up for if you subscribed and ring the bell. Hopefully that will indicate to you that I am live. And if it doesn't, I'm sorry. YouTube has a really good way of not letting people know. So, Marshmallow Man, thank you so much for coming up. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow night at Grow Big TV. And y'all have a good night. Bye-bye, y'all.